Happy Friday, everybody. Let's talk magic mushrooms, shall we? NFL MVP Aaron Rodgers was in Denver this week to address a conference on psychedelic drugs. He talked for more than 4 hours on this and their role in mental health and other medical treatments. The New York Jets quarterback described his use of the hallucinogen ayahuasca as, quote, radically life-changing. So let's dig in with another speaker at that very conference. We have Dr. Lynn Marie Morski. She joins us now. She is the president of the Psychedelic Medicine Association and also the host of the Psychedelic Medicine podcast. Doctor, thanks for being with us.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
My first question to you, what happens to your brain while on psychedelics like magic mushrooms, MDMA, ayahuasca? You know, I know there are a lot of people who are curious about this, but they are frightened. What makes it such a promising candidate as a medical treatment?
Well, there are two reasons that psychedelics are different from traditional medicines. One thing, like you said, what do they do in the brain? Well, they all act a little bit differently from one another. However, the majority of them act to lead towards something called neuroplasticity, which means that your brain is able to learn new things, develop new pathways. And one of our more famous researchers in the field talks about if you have something like depression, you might have this, if you imagine sledding down a hill, your thought process is always going down that same path and you've developed a big rut. And psychedelics help to shake things up like a snow globe and allow you to go down different pathways that might be more productive or beneficial ways of thinking. And so that's one of the ways they work. And then the other way is very often that in these mind-altered states, you're able to revisit perhaps a trauma and reframe your thoughts about it. Perhaps it's not so scary when you go back in and you look at it the next time. Maybe you can make peace with it. Maybe you can take a look at some of those harmful self-thoughts that we talk about ourselves. We have a lot of negative self-talk these days. Yeah. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. And a lot of times it will show us where we're speaking these things to ourselves and how it's harming us and show us, no, we are good enough. We are loved. We are worthy.
And so you're saying we can make these new pathways for new thoughts. And I guess my next question is, why then are many, if not most of these drugs still classified as Schedule I controlled substances, meaning the federal government has deemed they have no accepted medical use and a high potential for abuse? How do you respond to that?
Well, it's unfortunate that that's the case. And sorry, my light just turned off.
All good, live TV. We understand. That's happened to me.
Yes. So it's unfortunate that is the case because as research has shown, there are a number of medical uses. Research is coming out from places like Johns Hopkins, UCSF, Yale, showing use after use for these. And it's showing that they're more effective than a lot of the currently available treatments. And so right there for Schedule I to say there's no medical use, that's incorrect. Schedule I also says that something might have a high potential for abuse. And it shows that most psychedelics actually have the potential to help people become free of addictions instead of being tools of abuse. So all of the things that are categorized as a Schedule I are things that generally do not apply to psychedelics. So it's
Doctor, you're obviously a staunch advocate for this, and I hear you in all the ways this can be good. We have just about 30 seconds left. There have to be cons. What are the cons of using these?
Well, like anything else, it's just they need to be used safely. Just like any other prescription medicine. Think about alcohol and tobacco. Those are things that are legal and they're used unsafely all the time, right? Psychedelics are very mind-altering substances. They just need to be used safely, generally in conjunction with therapy and with trained guide and facilitators to make sure that safe use is ensured.
Dr. Morski, thank you so much for hopping on with us. I know you have a busy schedule at the conference, and good luck with your speaking engagements. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Yep.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.